day, fam. What is up? So, today, we're gonna talk about one law that everyone can actually agree on. Since I don't know how to do the images, the sound effects, I gotta make my own, you know? So, one law that we can all agree on. I mean, every scientist, I mean, every religion, I mean, even if you're an atheist, doesn't matter what you do, you can agree on this one law. This is one truth that we can all agree on, right? So what is it? The one truth that we can all agree on is change. Change is constant. It is one truth to this world that is always going to happen. Always. There is no constant. There is no fixation. And it doesn't matter what you look at, whether it's the chemistry or physical, tangible stuff like this beautiful crystal. It's always going to evolve and change. We change. So in saying that, I've talked about this before, but it's probably been a hot minute, and it's one thing to conceptualize, like, oh yeah, of course, like that is one constant, but to actually feel it and to internalize that change is going to happen. At some point, everything builds, right? And then tears down. Everything builds and tears down. There's inflow and outflow. There is a being of something being born, growing and dying, right? Birth and death. Certain things reach height and then have to decline, like the stock markets, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, my stock is rocking right now. And then it goes down and oh my God, get out of the stock, right? But it's actually staying through those changes and the progressions of it because, Earth is changing. We are evolving as humanity. And when you can really start to understand on a deeper level, on a universal level, on a cosmic level, whether it's micro or macro, you can understand that to every action, there is a reaction. And I have a lot of compassion for, a lot of people. I know 2020 was a tough year for everyone. 2021 actually, honestly, for a lot of people isn't much better. However, in saying that I do have compassion, we actually on a human collective and the general population, the collective, right? We needed a reboot. We needed a change to happen because the direction that we were going was the air is polluted, the water's toxic, like every direction that we were going in that way, we were just depleting all our resources on an earth level, on a physical level, right? It's like, it's hard to even find good quality food anymore. Like, even if you want good quality water, like you have to pay for everything. And in saying that, we needed a change to happen, right? And so many of us talk about wanting change to happen, but then when it actually does, it's like, what? Hold the phone. Like, I didn't want that to happen. But deep down inside, we actually did. We were talking about, oh, I want this to change, right? How many have you talked about wanting something to change, right? Whether it's our government or certain things in our society, whether it's about sexuality or race, right? You want things to change. But when it actually happens, it scares us because our minds think in such a fixated and linear way at times, even though we do not live in a linear way, right? We are mind, body, and spirit. We have a soul. We have a soul. So we are multidimensional beings. And if we are multidimensional beings, that means the environment we live in is multidimensional too. So understand that, or at least, try to and open yourself up to that concept. So, in my reading yesterday, I really talk about a lot of foundations coming down so new ones can be laid out. And a lot of that has to do with the root chakra. And let me tell you, when you have those tower moments, when something in your life you knew like, oh, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. That was tennis for me. I thought for sure I'd be doing that for the rest of my life, like 110%, right? And to move out of that was completely change my foundation, like 1,000%, like 1,000 times 1,000, right? Like my relationships changed with my family because of it. My relationships changed with my friendships because of it. My relationships changed with the people I was working with, right? So it all changed for me. And yeah, it was freaking scary. But what I can tell you, if you are really feeling that fundamental change in your life, however it may apply, for me it was career, maybe for another it may be a romantic partner, maybe something in your family, maybe moving, maybe it's your health, right? Maybe you have a new family member, whether it's a child or a dog or a cat, right? Maybe an animal, like however it may change. Maybe you lost someone, right? So however that may change for you, see where you can grow and allowing a process to start to release some of that resistance, because so many times we are actually fighting against the change, even though that's actually what we want, right? So it's a funny concept where we're like, I want this to change, but I don't want to change this, right? Like I want this type of relationship, but I don't want to change this. I want this type of job, but I don't want to change this. Oh, I want this healthy physique looking body, but I don't want to change the food that I'm eating, right? So there's always getting back to a build up and tearing down, right? Build up and tearing down, an action and a reaction, a cause and effect. When you can actually not just understand this universal truth, but start working with it, your life will change and you will get into that divine flow, which I've talked about in past videos, right? You will get into that divine flow because you're not resisting the change anymore, which causes stiffness. You start to contract, your thoughts become really negative, you get really heavy, you can get bitter and super reactive to situations, and we all go through it. I go through it myself. I'm in that boat with you guys. When I talk about my teachings, I'm not secluding like, oh, this is you guys and I'm over here. No, hell no, right? I am a part of that. So that's why when you are looking or seeking for something, if you're looking for a new perspective, not knowing it, or if you're seeking for a certain answer, if you're looking for a different direction, that is why I do these videos, is to help assist you, right? So I think that's pretty much what I want to say today. I don't want to make this video too long, but I would say go check out my last post on the root chakra, see if that resonates with you. Go check out my last video on guidance of going into summer solstice, because it's way, way deeper than summer solstice, like We are having major changes right now. We're going to have earth changes going on, and that means physically we're going to be changing, energetically we're going to be changing, and we are being asked to change. If you need guidance for that change, I do have a lot of services. You can check the link in the bio or the description in the box. I do Reiki healings, other alchemy healing. I do spiritual life coaching, alchemy coaching. Alchemy coaching is basically really transformational coaching, and so is the healing. It's like, I am tired of being sick and tired, and you get to that point where your desire is so much stronger than wanting to be comfortable that you're ready for transformation. That's what those services are. What else? I offer, I have a recorded meditation. I also offer guided meditations and oracle card readings. All right, so also I offer a free 20-minute discovery call. If you don't know what exactly you're looking for, I can help assist you, and even see if we're a right fit for each other, right? Like, I'm not here to work with everyone, right? And not everyone is here to work with me, so we got to make sure we're a right fit for each other too. All right, guys, so I hope you have a grateful day, and let's get ready to alchemize our lives, right? Okay, much love.